Hey everyone, it's Joe Bradley here in Houston, Texas. And as you can tell, I'm breathing kind of hard because I just finished my morning workout. It was a good workout. I feel awesome. But I gotta tell you, I feel like I feel like a car that just went on a long trip, filled up and just went all the way to the destination, and now I gotta go get some gas. So I'm headed on over to, I gotta go to the hospital to make a couple of visits, visit some people, encourage some family members and all that stuff. But I didn't want to make this trip leaving the gym without depositing something valuable in your life, those who have been following me for a while. I thank you for coming with me on this journey to get back in shape. I'll be trying out for the San Francisco 49ers in the fall. I was just playing. No, I'm not. But I'm getting close to back in shape, and that's what feels good, and that's what I want to talk to you about today. I had a conversation with a very good friend of mine the other day, and we were talking about unreal expectations, and we're talking about people that want things that don't want to put anything in. And so today, I mean, I knew that when I got started, I knew there was no doubt in my mind, and y'all forgive me if I'm looking chappy and messed up because I just finished working out, so whatever. But I knew when I was aiming to get back into the thick of things, I knew that it was going to be a challenge. I knew that I was going to have to go through some stuff, and I knew it was going to be hard. But where I'm going, where my desire is to be, I'm willing to put out whatever I need to put out to get there. And that's what I want to talk about today. We had a good conversation about unreal expectations. People who want the most, but they don't want to give anything, right? And so here are 4 words that I want to impart to you. And if you don't remember anything from this video, remember these 4 words. No deposit, no return. You know, I think everyone can relate to that moment when you go to the ATM or when you go to the bank and because you want to buy lunch or you want to buy a meal or whatever. Everybody can relate to that time when you're just feeling pretty generous at the lunch table, and you and your friends are out there at the table and everything, and then the waiter comes back after you guys had a good, awesome time, you know, and you guys ate some good food, laughed and caught up and stuff like that. If you were, you know, if you're on a lunch break or just a lunch get together or whatever, you're just feeling pretty generous, right? And so the waiter comes back to the table and says, okay, how we're going to do this is going to be on one check, or you guys want to separate it for you? And you're feeling pretty generous, right? And you say, you know what? And everybody kind of looks around because nobody wants to be the first one to say, split it up. And then nobody wants to really be the one to say, hey, I'll take care of it. But it feels really good to say, hey, I'll take care of it. Then other people say, oh, no, you don't have to do that. But I noticed that when you say, I'll take care of it, you say, oh, no, you know what? Just put it all on one. Sometimes, okay, here's a digression real quick, just to kind of parentheses. And I'll try to keep these videos short, but sometimes my mind just runs in 30 different places at once. But have you ever been that person that you know good and well when you were invited to lunch that you didn't have the money to go? You didn't have the money to actually go to lunch, but you were invited and you went, and you're hoping that somehow, some way, somebody will go ahead and just take care of it or whatever. So when somebody says, no, just put it all on one, deep on the inside, you're saying, thank you, Jesus, right? But then you have to kind of, you know, to be politically correct, you got to say, oh, no, you know, you don't have to do that, right? And I notice that sometimes whenever I say, oh, you know what, just put it all on one, it's not until the receipt comes back and I give them my card, that's when the objections rise. And I don't have a problem with it, but I just think it's kind of funny because, you know, you really didn't know, you know, you didn't really object, you know, you were kind of glad that they said put it all on one, but and oh, you know, you didn't have to. Well, you know what, I'll get you next time then, right? That's the thank you, thank God, because I didn't really have it kind of thing. But that moment though, getting back to the story and then to the application. That moment when you say you're feeling generous and you really want to take care of this thing, and so you say, hey, put it all on one. Put it all on one on one ticket, and the everybody kind of sits and looks. Then the receipt comes back, and that's when the objections rise. Oh no, you know, Joe, you don't have to do that. You're like, no, it's fine. It's fine. After all, I invited everyone, so I might as well be the one to take care of it. Well, do you want us to leave the tip? You know, no, don't worry about it. It's fine. If y'all want to leave a tip, then that's cool. But don't worry about it. I got it. Right? And then the waiter comes back, and as discreetly as possible, the waiter says, it didn't go through. Right? It didn't go through. And by this point, you're like, what do you mean it didn't go through? Well, you know what? It's probably just the bank, because sometimes it just acts funny. Here, take this card instead. Now, in your mind, you know good and well that there's actually less on this card than what it was on the first card. The first card was like a surefire deal, and it didn't go through. This card is one of those cards that you actually have to go to the grocery store and put money on in order for it to work. And you know good and doggone well you did not go to the grocery store and put no money on this net spin card, right? But you hand it to him anyway, and then that one doesn't go through. And so then all of your intentions just kind of go down the drain, and you're pretty embarrassed because you didn't have enough in there. Well, the reason why the card didn't go through isn't because there's some kind of conspiracy, but the reason why the card didn't go through is because there was not a deposit made to cover that particular transaction. And if you have no deposit, then there's no return. The ATM is always going to say insufficient funds. The receipt is always going to come back and say there wasn't enough left on there. And this morning, when I went to the gym, I made a deposit before I went to the gym, and I made a deposit yesterday before I went to bed. I made a deposit this morning. I made a deposit the other day after I talked about moving too fast. I made a deposit that was going to take care of this particular workout, that was going to ensure that I had enough energy, that I had enough strength, that I had the fuel in my body to get to where I needed to be. Again, excuse my chapped lips. I just got through working out, so I get some grace for that. I'll cover that in a little bit. But, I'll take care of that after I get off this video. But this is more important than me having some chapstick on my lips. So, what I want to talk about is unreal expectations, no deposit, no return. Look, there are some things that we want in life, and again, these are principles that are good for everyday life, whether you talk about marketing, whether you talk about relationship, whether you talk about ministry, whether you talk about friendships, business transactions, whatever it is. If there isn't a deposit to cover the necessary energy, the necessary to cover whatever it is that you want out, then it's always going to come back as a declined transaction. And so many people want the most, but they're giving in the least. They want everything out of it. They want the best from this person, but they're giving nothing in return. They want to be treated like a queen, but the deposit they're making is the deposit of someone who's like a vagabond, or someone who's just a commoner, if you will. But the reality of it is you've got to give out what you want back. There's no such thing. I know that when you talk about money and you talk about relationships, you think about how can I get more for the least. But here's the reality. We all get paid for the value that we put into the marketplace, that we bring to the marketplace, is what Jim Rohn said. And that is anything we do, we get paid for the value that we bring to the marketplace. What is it that you want out of this relationship? Or what are you willing to give that's of equal or more value, right? Because really, the reality of it is, yeah, we get paid for the value we bring, but the question is, what am I giving? And 9 times out of 10, we're actually bringing more value to the marketplace than what we're getting back in return. So if you want to be loved, then you got to deposit love. If you want to have a lot of friends, then you got to show yourself friendly. If you want a business with an organization that is parallel to none, that's extremely successful, and you want to build $1 million organization, you want to build a $1 billion company, then I want to let you know you've got to bring some $1 billion value. You've got to be willing to give yourself away to that particular situation, because that's the deal, that's the barter, that's what you're going to get out of it. You want someone to treat you like royalty, then you got to treat them like royalty. You got to give them a reason. If you want to be treated like someone who just doesn't matter, well, then that's a different story. But you can't treat someone as if they're disposable. You can't treat someone as if they're replaceable. You can't sing the song, that Beyonce song, about you must not know about me, you must not know about. You can't sing that song if you're not willing to treat and expect that person to treat you like you're you can't expect someone to treat you like you're irreplaceable if you're not willing to treat them like they're irreplaceable, right? You can't just we're talking about marketing, we're talking about business, we're talking about network marketing. You can't treat someone like they're disposable if you want them to see you as a leader, right? And that's just the way it is. You can't treat someone like just another number in the pews if we're talking about ministry, where they just sit in so we can say, hey, now we have so many people at our church, we have this many members versus this many members, and we've added 1,500 people this year or whatever. You can't treat people like a number if you want them to see you as a place where they want to stay, because whatever we deposit is going to be the result of that transaction. And so I've got to treat someone like, if I want them to stay around, I got to treat them as if I want them to stay around. I got to treat them as if they're irreplaceable. I got to treat them as if they're more than just a number, more than just a stat, more than just a sales quota, more than just more than just a rebound, more than just someone who I can have around until I can lick my wounds and heal from this last heartbreak. I got to treat somebody as if they matter if I want them to treat me like I matter. No deposit, no return. And so when I worked out today, it took everything out of me, but guess what? I made it to the end. I made it to the end with more in my tank than what I thought I was going to have, because I made the deposit in the first place. So look, I'm looking to work with somebody who doesn't mind bringing a deposit of realistic expectations, because if I'm going to throw the ball to you, then I need you to be the one who's in position to catch the ball. I don't need you coming back to the huddle saying, hey man, I didn't know the ball was coming to me. No, if you come and you work with me, I'm going to throw you the ball, but if I throw you the ball, I expect you to catch it. All right, I expect you to catch that ball. So if that's you today, then I'm going to put my email in this video, or maybe you might be watching this video from a capture page, and then it tells you to click the link and enter your information. Then hey, do that. If you're watching this from a sales page where it tells you to join our team, then click that, join our team. If you're ready to work with me and you're willing to put in the deposit, if you want to be treated like someone, if you want to become a leader, if you want to turn your dreams into reality, then I want to let you know that this is where the buck stops. But this isn't going to be something where you get everything for nothing. I'm not working with people who feel entitled to have everything, who have unreal expectations but you're not willing to put anything in the pot. No, this is not something that you're going to get rich at overnight, but I can show you exactly how to get whatever it is you're trying to get. If you're looking to make $5,000 a month, I can show you how to get there. If you're looking to make 10 grand a month, I can show you how to get there. If you're looking to make 15 grand a month, I can show you how to get there. If you're looking to have a relationship that matters, I can show you how to get there. If you're looking to build a ministry where people feel like they belong, I can show you how to get there. Whatever it is you're trying to do, I can show you how to get there. Not just me, but the team of people that I'm working with, because we believe in building people, building lives, and building a path, giving you the map that leads to the difference that you're looking for, giving you the map that leads you to whatever it is that you're trying to find. But if you're not willing to pick up the map and follow the plan, then just simply leave a comment and say, hey, great video, but just keep on stepping, because this is not for the person who wants everything for the price of nothing. But if you're just here and you like the video, you like watching me and all that stuff, and this is great information, but you're not looking for a team, I do thank you for stopping by too, because this information is not just for people who want to work on my team, but you know, these are principles that you use in your everyday life, and I wish you the best of the best of the best. God bless you. Do whatever it is that you feel so inclined to do, and I'll see you on the other side. Until next time, I'm Joe Bradley, and actually I'll always be Joe Bradley, but until next time, I'm Joe Bradley from Houston, Texas. God bless you.